You ready?
I'm ready.
Finally, E3 starts right now. Hello, everyone. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to SRBTV. Welcome to the our E3 press conference reaction coverage of the EA press conference. I am Kristen.
Why are you acting like that?
Say your name.
I am Christopher.
Yes. So we're just gonna get this out of the way. It's gonna definitely be post E3. Just to give a head, because sadly, tragically,
Tragically?
Well, it's your laptop.
Yeah.
My brother's laptop passed away. So passed away. So now we're gonna be it's gonna take a little bit longer for some editing videos, including all of our E3 reactions. We'll get
them out as soon as possible.
But it's most likely gonna be post E3. So let's get to it, because it starts in like a few minutes for us.
Again, this is for EA. Their press conference is starting up a little bit earlier than they did last year.
Let's get the biggest mule thing out of the way. Is that they've had a shitty year since last E3. Battlefront 2 didn't do so hot. Loot boxes got brought up to shit because of them.
Well, Battlefront 2 did a good job, but what really killed them, like you were just about to say, was the loot boxes. That was really what killed them.
Yeah, but this year, can they redeem themselves this year, E3?
Yeah,
can they not redeem themselves? Can they find this weird limbo where they don't really?
Can they find a way to grow into something?
We don't have much for this one. At least we have expectations, hopes, and dreads.
Yeah.
Want to quickly go over what this means? Expectations. That means there's going to be a certain fact or a high percentage chance that it's going to be there, and we're expecting it. Hopes. This is a much more slightly less chance it's going to be there, but we're really hoping it's going to be there.
It'll show up.
And dread. This is stuff we hope that God doesn't freaking show up.
Or show up or happen during the conference.
So, with that being said,
my first expectation, of course, is what they ended it last year with, which is Anthem.
There's definitely gonna be a gameplay trailer.
They're gonna this has to be one of their biggest things they have to start bringing out. After what happened with their Mass Effect Andromeda, they need something to bounce back up, and hopefully Anthem pretty much will get them out of the water. Hopefully we'll get we get some type of gameplay.
They'll get at least into out of water into a rowboat.
Exactly.
I mean, what was cheap shitty rowboats?
There's something pretty much. That's one expectation.
Because it did get delayed to 2019.
Yeah, it did. So hopefully we'll get something a little bit more, maybe some type of gameplay besides what we got last time. Maybe a little bit more insight with it. What's your next expectation?
Well, sadly, my phone is in a coma, so my list is lost right now. So I'm going off of his. So Battlefield 5, obviously they showed the reveal trailer, and a lot of people were like, "Oh my god!" It was like I heard it was like 25 minutes of people talking about it, and then it happening at the end, which is a bad way to do that.
Yeah, and
but
they're diving back into just like how what Call of Duty did. They're diving back into the old World War era.
This time World War II. We're definitely gonna be seeing their Battle Royale mode here. No doubt about that.
We're definitely, of course, as always, they do this every year. They always have to include all their EA Sports. That's one of their prime things that help build up a lot. With of course starting off with Madden, because last year their storyboard for Madden was the long shot.
Yeah,
we got great reviews.
We already talked about this. We think they're going to do like we did with FIFA, which is going to be a sequel continuation to your character story mode.
Because that's what they did with FIFA as well. So that's what they're probably going to reveal.
And then you can copy and paste that to all the other EA Sports stuff. So
yeah, pretty much.
FIFA, same thing.
Same thing.
NHL, they could be introducing that this year.
Yeah, well, mainly FIFA. They gotta do something big since the World Cup is literally within the same year. So we haven't heard anything about them doing anything type of.
So that's the only other big thing is that it's just FIFA. They're just gonna go over the World Cup stuff for this.
Yeah, that's probably what they're gonna do, and then of course NBA Live. Because they only showed the freaking a little bit last year, and that's it, barely anything. So hopefully they give a huge chunk of it, because they are still competing against the 2K series. So hopefully they give us a whole bunch more on that. Hopefully they bounce back on that. And then of course we go off of
EA Originals. Last couple of years they've been doing that. So we only see one indie game.
Yeah, usually one large one. Last year was A Way Out, which did decently well, pretty much overall. What people have thought of it, pretty much they thought it did well. And now diving into what we're hoping to see.
These are, like I said, we said hopes. These are stuff that has a slim chance, a very slim chance of showing up, but we're really hoping it does show up.
So what's one thing you're?
Of course, I've always wanted another Burnout game. Yeah. I'm with people saying there should be another skate game. And of course Star Wars, which we've both agreed is. It may tiny be there, but it may be a tease for Respawn Entertainment.
Yeah, for Respawn, because that's what's been going on with the studio moving around, stuff like that. Again, Skate 4, I'm really hoping for, because I've been into the Skate series, and it's been heavily rumored that they've been working on it for a while now. So maybe they'll give us a drop of it, pretty much maybe a tease or a little bit of something. They did confirm, I think last year or a couple years ago, I forgot, that they were doing Unravel 2. So hopefully maybe we'll get more of that one in this one. I haven't played it, but it's always seemed interesting of how the gameplay was and everything. Again, Burnout, they did do a remaster for Burnout Paradise. So hopefully that was just testing the waters to see what people think of it. And hopefully maybe they'll announce that they are doing a whole remake of it. Yeah. So that'd be really awesome to see, because I know you're excited, because for racing games, I'm huge on racing games. For him, for racing games, he loves the arcade style ones, which is including Burnout, so he's always loved it. So I know that's one thing he's hoping for. Oh yeah. But now diving into things we dread when it comes to press.
These are stuff we don't want to see. So off-screen gameplay. This is not really EA's fault. This is like Microsoft's, but it's still something we don't want to see.
Yeah, they did that. EA did that kind of last year with a couple of things, and just really was like, oh, please, God, take it all. Stop that.
Talking about talking heads, essentially, where they talk more than what's shown in the game.
Yeah, they talk so much about it, and then they show a little bit of barely anything for game-wise.
Mentions of microtransactions and loot boxes, of how and battle royales.
How they're going to fix a lot of this. That's one of the biggest questions we have here. So, but again, these are just the basics. Again, we'll be talking probably a whole chunk after the press conference. It's getting ready to start soon. So
if you're wondering, that's why I keep staring at, because we have it on.
We have it on.
It's still in the pre-show right now.
It's still counting down, so it's getting close to it. But again, they need from last year. They were kind of all right. They did all right last year. Maybe they'll probably up their ante a little bit, or probably keep it the same. I've always been a fan of EA, no matter what anybody says. I love some of the work that they've done. Yeah. But there are times when I have to admit they've done stupid stuff, stupid crap. So hopefully they bounce up a little bit more this year with this press conference and give us a whole bunch of good, great announcements. So, but again, now we're gonna move on to our highlights coming up. Again, we're just gonna pretty much, in a way, it's kind of like the whole conference, but we're gonna probably highlight some of the top things we've seen during this press conference. But most likely, it'll be just probably the entire reaction to it. But then we'll be able to talk so much more afterwards about what we thought, pretty much our reactions, things they should have done or the things they did right or wrong, right afterwards. So, yeah, can't wait. Yeah, I really.
So with that being said, we'll see you guys in the post show.
Yeah, let's enjoy our highlights. So here we go.
Okay. Try to impress me, EA. Try to impress me. The fuck?
Really, it's one of those where it's like
only
we can see that.
What would you call this anyway?
It's Anthem right there. That's what this is.
It's Anthem.
Yeah.
Was it 3D Anthem thing?
Oh my gosh, how cool is that?
Yeah, for people at home!
Yeah!
Yeah!
A little bit later in the show. But welcome everybody to EA Play. I'm Andrea Renee, and while you might recognize me from the gaming community,
I don't recognize you.
So this year,
look like
EA wants to change things up because they know that I'm both a gamer and a fan. So they invited me to come and host the show, and I think this year is going to be a lot of fun, you guys. I hope you're
ready. It will.
We're about to kick the press conference off, but before we do that, EA Play is more than just the show you're about to watch. Right behind these doors, there is a fan fest outside, and it is huge this year.
It's lit as fuck, yo!
Festival where
that's what's essentially saying to
gamers can come and
bros.
play games for free. Now, inside the theater here, there are hundreds of community members from all over the world who are going to be capturing, streaming, and getting their first impressions of the games that we're going to be showing off here today. But before we can get to that, we've got some reveals, of course. We're going to kick things off with a look at Battlefield 5 multiplayer. Now, I know Trevor gave you the
no, you know what it is.
Yeah.
Last time, but we've got some new stuff to show you today. Then we're going to move on to FIFA 19, and boy, do they have some big news, you guys.
Yeah, I wonder what. I mean, I think there's a World Cup thing happening.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Like, totally, dude.
Then we've got 2 new indie games to share, and then I'm going to come back towards the end of the show with some of my favorite developers to give you guys a nice, meaty look at Anthem. And of course, yeah, we got the woos for Anthem. I'm into it. You want to do this with me?
No, don't.
Well, wouldn't it be fun, you guys, if I killed him?
Camera guy, quit cutting to him.
Right? Give him a break. He needs to just enjoy the show.
Quit cutting to him, camera guy.
Without further ado, let's get things started.
Okay, so Battlefield 5. Whoa. No, Chris. War it. First trailer was about the single player about a week ago. This is about the multiplayer. Oh. That was okay.
Right, it's time to kick this thing off. It's been 2 weeks since we released about
Right, let's
5.
kick this thing
You know
off.
what? It's been exciting, it's been a lot of speculation, and so many brilliant remixes of a reveal trailer. But there's also been lots and lots of questions.
That was the review. Remember I said 20 minutes, and like the 5 minutes were the
We want to
trailer.
know how customization actually works, and we want to know more about our take on the Second World War. So today, we'll show you more gameplay and why this is the deepest and most immersive Battlefield yet.
Sure, that's what you say every year.
I know.
You will be able to dive and smash through windows to
Oh my
surprise
god!
players. Where previously defenses were stationary, you will now be able to move these weapons around on the battlefield and gain advantage.
Okay, that's pretty neat.
And
You can
our
move the other
renowned
vehicles
destruction
around.
system is back
Oh,
and more
cool.
impactful than ever.
That's
So,
neat.
well, you can't really
Wow.
hide from those pesky tanks anymore as they come chasing you for you, as they rip through those buildings.
Cool.
You will now be able to customize your soldiers, your vehicles, and your weapons, not only for the gameplay, but for the looks, as part of our portrayal of the Second World War.
You know, destructive environments
This
aren't
is
a
the
new
tip
thing,
of the
right?
iceberg
I mean, Red
about
Faction
five.
was doing it
You're
years
going to see a lot more
ago.
of our new gameplay systems here at EA Play from our community. So let's talk about our single player in War Stories.
Yes, let's do that. So we want to tell you about those untold stories that got us excited to start with on this game.
They continue what they did
It's about,
last in the last
what you
one,
will see is
Untold
really those
Stories.
moments of human
They're
heroism.
like, oh, Call of Duty
It
doesn't have a
is
single
about
player? That's a
witnessing
shame.
the war through the eyes of the men and the women who shaped the world forever. Real and relatable people facing the brutality of war. We started off by an exclusive look at the Nordlys war story over at the Xbox briefing tomorrow.
Thanks, that's
Or at
something
the
not
Xbox
to miss
group.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
So
they're showing
on
more
October
Yeah.
is just the beginning.
Microsoft, great.
We'll all go on an expanding journey through the Second World War. No loot boxes, no premium pass.
Take a shot, they said it!
Take a shot. No!
Every
They're trying
day,
to apologize.
bring
in a way.
something new.
It's them saying sorry without them actually having to say that exact word.
Yeah.
I know a lot of you have been asking for.
Mm-hmm.
Royale.
Oh God, the Royale.
There you go! Take a shot!
It's reimagined for Battlefield. So we bring those pillars of Battlefield.
So they're just calling it Royale. Well,
instead of
teamplay,
what Call of Duty's
vehicles
calling it, Battle
into this
Royale.
new
No,
experience.
no, Call of Duty's
So
calling it
we will bring
Blackout.
you experience
Blackout.
that you
Yeah.
haven't played before. In
Well, Call of Duty
Battlefield
being the
or
first
anywhere
step, so
else.
they're taking the next step.
But
Of
more
man
about
down.
that later this year.
So with that,
Wait.
it's time to show you what makes Battlefield so special.
Okay, Battle Royale
Match the
confirmed.
intensity of our multiplayer sandbox, and this time it's even more epic, fighting across multiple maps and modes. Welcome to your next Battlefield experience, and this is your first look at ground operations. And this time, even featuring music.
Oh my god, music? Christopher, games have music.
I didn't know that. Here we go.
Round ops.
So they can't reveal anything for Royale because they're still
We're working on it.
Yeah. So
Yeah, like I said, it's one of those things I think they decided to do last minute because everybody and their mother was doing it.
Especially when Call of Duty made the announcement, they're like, yeah, we better snap.
Yeah, once that kitchen sink made the announcement, you know, everything went off.
Yeah.
I mean, visually, yeah, this looks very impressive. I mean,
Don't get me wrong,
there's no
visually-
doubt, like, story-wise, like, if you can get some great detail in that, it's amazing.
Usually, the details are, you know, certain companies, they do great details. It's a matter of can they pull off a good story.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, it looks like a Battlefield game.
Yeah, it does.
Even though it's technically Battlefield 6 and we're just calling it Battlefield 5 because we don't want to confuse people in their fucking numbers. Yeah, aerial combat's pretty cool.
To me, like, again, you can do great on visuals. Except say, I'm great.
Oh, damn!
You can do great. I know they do great visuals. Again, to me, it's always been story-wise. They do a good story or a good single player.
I've never, like, except for a hard launch. Whoa. Nord Dill's story. Exclusive first look.
Xbox.
Nord, Nordlys.
Nordlys. Please.
First story.
And
We're on FIFA.
yeah.
Quando eu era criança, sempre sonhei em dominar campeonatos.
Is this FIFA?
É preciso determinação e vontade de vencer.
Is this FIFA 19?
Até mesmo nos momentos mais difíceis, tu tens de continuar a acreditar.
Yeah, they're on the top of the card now for soccer games or something.
Like I said, EA does a well sports. At least for some of the major sports.
Debatable, but it's not. I'm not trying to get a debate on that. Ooh, that's what could, you know what we could add to our hopes list? A new SSX game, because technically EA owns the rights to that. Oh my god, it's that guy. I know Messi, and that's it. I don't know if I'm saying that name. Me too.
I guess we need an operatic section.
I guess we do. Oh, the actual trophies. Oh, it's for the UEFA trophy. It's essentially the European Championship trophy.
The legit, yeah. Okay.
That's the UEFA Champions.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know there was two people standing
Where
there.
the world's best clubs compete, and icons of the game like Gerrard and Cruyff cemented their legacies. The world's biggest league joins the world's game. And a special thanks to the legendary Hans Zimmer
in the game now.
and LA's own Vince Staples for collaborating with us on the trailer.
Oh,
I really love
Hans
the
Zimmer
trailer
actually
because it
helped.
captures our epic vision for how the Champions League comes to life in FIFA 19. And Lena's going to tell you a little bit more about that.
As Aaron said, the UEFA Champions League is an amazing addition for the game.
Yeah.
It's where football's biggest heroes like Ronaldo and Neymar clash every year. And it's the place where
So
champions
it's
rise.
introducing a new champion.
And you've been asking
series
for
into
this
the game.
for a long time, and we are thrilled that it's here. And that's why we're bringing the Champions League across the game. There'll be an authentic Champions League tournament mode. Your club will chase this trophy in career mode.
So, for the
It's
first
not the-
time, it
Yeah.
sounds like you
Champions
can actually go
League
after the
in your
UEFA
story mode,
trophy.
The journey, and
They
if
never
you
had that
open
in the
team,
game.
There'll be live and authentic Champions League content. and we'll share more details on that along with all our other Ultimate Team features later this summer.
Ultimate Team. Ah, they're still doing Ultimate Team!
As you know, the
Oh,
heart and
shit.
soul of FIFA
Remember,
is
Which is still a big feature for a lot of
and this year we're
fans.
giving
But
you the
remember,
tools to
what
control
about
the pitch
Ultimate
in
Team?
every
Yeah,
moment.
the
From your
transactions.
tactical approach to the match to
Take a
each
shot!
technical touch. And we know how passionate you are about gameplay, so we've worked hard to shape and refine our vision for FIFA 19 with input from our community. From hands-on tests with beginners to detailed feedback sessions with FIFA pros. And we're going to be sharing a lot more about gameplay throughout the summer, but what I can tell you right now is that the quality bar in gameplay was raised yet again this year.
You know that bar
So we
we
look forward
always
to
try to
everybody
raise every year with all of our
experiencing the
annual
game
games?
on the hands-on
We're doing
sessions.
it again!
And also, of course, we're extremely excited.
They say that
for
every year, we're
everybody to
always
play
raising the
when we
bar.
launch on
Like, of course
September
you are,
20th.
it's another game.
That's the point.
And that's our FIFA 19 news, headlined by the UEFA Champions League. But I just wanted to take a minute to pause and reflect. Standing next to this trophy is a little bit...
I hope I don't do anything to bonk!
I know, right?
Growing up, there's two iconic trophies that every young player dreams of winning. And for your club, it's this one, the pursuit of Champions League glory. But for your country, it's this trophy,
There we go. That's
the World Cup.
the World Cup. There we go.
And with the tournament starting in just 5 days, we're excited for the world to compete for it in
Yeah, it
FIFA
starts
18.
next week.
Oh, did I tell you
As you
that?
can imagine,
Darksiders
all of
3,
us
they
on
confirmed
FIFA team
it's not gonna
have
be
waited
there.
for the
And they
start of
jokingly
the
said the
World Cup.
reason?
And
We're
we
watching
want
the
to
World
celebrate
Cup.
with FIFA 18 players, which is why we've just updated the game with a free World Cup experience on
Wow.
PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PS,
For
PC,
FIFA 18?
and Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
But you can take Ronaldo and Portugal to their first World Cup victory. Or you can write your own story with some great nations who didn't qualify this year. Or you can make a crazy dream a reality for your home country, like mine, Iceland. Who would
Or
have
like
thought
mine,
that a nation of
America!
over 350,000 people
Fuck
would
yeah.
ever qualify?
There you go, I was waiting for that.
And you can feel their excitement.
Wait a minute. One thing I've loved about improvements we're using for sports games is the crowds.
The crowd, yeah.
Apologies
That's what
to
WWE
England
needs
fans
to
in the
learn
room
from.
that might still stay.
You know, at this point, that's what the
Lena's the only one who's
WWE needs to
excited.
work on.
FIFA 18 players are loving the World Cup experience so far. But we don't want to stop there. We want to invite everyone to come and join the celebration.
Give it for free?
So I'm pleased to announce that for a limited time, FIFA 18 complete with the entire World Cup experience is available for a free trial on PlayStation.
Well, it's
4
kind of close.
and
I said
Xbox
free
One
trial.
and
That's a
PC
free
through Origin
trial.
Access. Yeah, you can download and play the entire game right now for free. Yeah.
That's a shadow drop! That's a shadow
That's
drop!
the first shadow drop in a way.
So to kick off the trial, we've got some of the world's biggest creators who are going to be playing live at the end of the show, representing their nations in a little mini World Cup tournament.
Oh, cute.
And this summer we'll bring
Oh, look who it is! What is
plenty of
the
FIFA
I
18
forgot his name.
content centered around the World Cup, and we'll bring you all the details on FIFA 19. But in the meantime, let's all enjoy the World Cup. Thank you,
Yeah,
and
'cause we-
Ultra Vista!
Question! What's a World Cup?
For those non-sports fans. Yeah, it starts in 5 days.
Yeah.
I'll be hearing a lot about that at work. As I said, EA, that's what they do great at. The way they set everything up like this. I'm not saying they're perfect in every way.
Good morning. EA Sports
See you.
FIFA 19.
Evil! Evil!
20 million
You said
people
it, not
from
me.
60 countries playing in competitive leagues this year. Well, the FIFA team never rests either, bringing the Champions League
So
and
you
the
can come up
World
here
Cup
and
and so
try
much
to
other
apologize
greatness
without
this year.
apologizing?
We can't wait for you to experience it all. We've got so much to do here today, but I want to welcome you to EA Play.
Thank
Our
you for
third
coming.
EA Play and our second one in Hollywood, and we couldn't be more excited to have you with us to share all the games that we have to show you. We've got lots to do, but before we move on, I'd like to share just a couple of things. The greatest disruption to the consumption of entertainment media in the last 5 years is the combination of streaming plus subscription.
As consumers, watching movies, watching TV, listening to music, reading books has never been easier. And we believe that disruption is going to have a profound impact on our industry in the next few years. And so over the last couple of weeks, you will have seen that we announced a new team from Israel has joined Electronic Arts to help our investment to extend our thinking and extend our pioneering into this cloud gaming world.
Yeah.
For many people, that's going to be extending the experiences they already play on our partner platforms.
Pretty interesting.
For others, it's going to mean new games and new modalities of play across a whole variety of platforms.
Their own streaming service.
But for everyone, it's going to mean playing games anywhere,
like Netflix, their own
anytime.
Netflix for games.
So this week we've got a tech demo running. All of our games streaming in HD from the cloud to multiple devices that you'll be able to try out for yourself.
Which isn't bad.
Now, it's not quite ready for full market prime time yet, but it is a promise of what we hope to bring you in the future.
They are working on it.
The second part of that, of course, is subscription. And we started subscription a number of years ago, and many millions of you have signed up and experienced the joy of being able to have full access to a great catalog of games. Today, we're announcing Origin Access Premier. So 3 things you need to know about it. Origin Access Premier will bring you all of our new PC games, starting with Madden NFL, back on the PC for the first time in over a decade.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it hasn't been on PC for like
Battlefield 5, and of course Anthem. And there'll be many more titles in the years to come.
Yeah, give us
Second,
more Anthem.
you get access to the Vault, our library of over 100 games from EA and other publishers. And third, it will launch later this summer. So that's a little later in the year, but if you want to get started right now and experience the benefits and joys of subscription, come in and play a free trial of Origin Access, our base subscription, this weekend. Thank you and have a great
Madden 19 coming to PC for the first time
in 10 years, over a decade.
So yeah, it's their streaming service, and the Origin Access Premier sounds like the difference between Hulu and Hulu Plus.
That's what it is. To get more, you do it through Origin.
That's Batman?
Yeah. So remember, since the whole WB thing, so you get to see probably a little bit more of like the Warner Brothers games, which isn't bad. It doesn't bother me. I just want to get that game.
Yeah. Anthem, which is so high.
I know, they haven't given us more of it, which they're probably going to not do it to the end. Which would suck.
Hey,
so their own streaming service that they're working on, but hasn't
so I'm
been
here sitting inside the crowd at EA Play, and I just happened to find Mr. Vince Zampella here in the audience from Respawn.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Vince, how you feeling today?
I'm feeling great.
Respawn Entertainment.
I love this stuff. I love seeing new games.
I mean, someone's super excited about that net on PC, right? Yeah! So, you guys may have seen that
we were just like
yesterday, and there has been a bunch of speculation. So, you want to just get right to it?
Sure. I mean, we're not ready to show all of our stuff yet. We're working on a bunch of stuff. It's amazing. The teams are kicking ass. But we wanted to bring a little tidbit. So we've been working with Lucas on getting the name and kind of the setting for what our Star Wars game is going to be.
You're talking to George Lucas?
Right
oh boy.
now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy, talking George Lucas, you gotta be careful.
The internet is going wild.
I hope they're not doing what they did last time.
So.
Remember with the
So
whole.
the Star Wars
this is what we're working
name
on.
is
That's
Jedi Fallen Order.
Woo! So Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Fallen Order.
So it kind of gives you some
Jedi
idea.
Fallen Order.
Playing a Jedi.
So does that mean I get to like hold a lightsaber?
Yes.
So Vince, you got anything?
They're showing a little bit what
Well,
they
it
have
takes
so far.
place during the Dark Times. Trying to be a little vague here, but when the Jedis are being hunted, so it's gonna be spectacular.
Between
So
3
for
and
all
4.
the, like,
That's
the
what it is,
hardcore
when they
nerds
start
out
to
there
become
who want to
hunted.
know like where in the timeline, like between which episodes is it?
Come on!
Between 3 and 4.
Yeah, we
No shit!
3, 4.
Come on, lady, you just said it now!
Any other tidbits?
It's not a nice.
It's a dark time.
It's a dark time.
It's Dark Times.
Bad time. Does that
I
mean
need a
it's
new
gonna
host.
just be all
I don't like
dark
this
and
host.
serious?
It's amazing.
All right, so I think
So when does it take? Come on! Dark times for the Jedi are being hunted down. What's the one period of time?
Next year, 2019, not this year.
2019.
Sorry to dash any hopes.
Yeah.
But now
2019.
that we know, we can set
I think
expectations.
it's gonna be
Star Wars Jedi
And,
Fallen Order.
And,
I think it'll be
hopefully
late
we'll hear
2019 fall.
more from you,
You know?
maybe next year.
Oh yeah.
Well, thanks.
They'll probably drop something
It was great to see you. Thanks for stopping by the show today. We do have a little bit more news on Star Wars, so I'm going to toss it over to Dennis.
Oh! Here we go! Here we go!
Hello there.
Hi!
Fuck you!
Work at DICE in Stockholm on Star Wars Battlefront 2. I'm really happy and excited to be here today, so thank you so much for hanging out with me for a little bit.
Let's see what bullshit they're
So,
gonna say.
we launched our game in November of last year, and clearly we didn't get it quite right.
No
Getting out of
shit!
the gate sprinting like we really wanted to, we had
Oh,
to take
look.
a step back and make sure that we were delivering the game that our players really wanted.
No shit.
So we decided to completely overhaul our progression system
No fucking
and
shit.
add a bunch of new character cosmetics for players to collect instead. So from there, we added a new hunt mode inspired by the original Battlefront games that I loved personally, starting with the Ewoks on Endor. And
I thought they're making them creepy as fuck.
thank you. It turned out
Are you
to be
saying
by
showing the
far
same
the
shot
most
again?
popular
Yeah,
update
that's
of the
what they're doing
game,
with full
and the
screen.
team loved building Ewoks.
Oh my god, really?
So, as you might
Go back
know,
to the guy, or
Go back to the guy.
Oh,
in
okay.
our Han Solo season with content from
Yeah.
the movie coming next week.
Yeah, I already
It's headlined
found out.
by the new planet Kessel, a really dangerous place, and it features the return of one of our favorite modes, Extraction. So looking forward a little bit, this summer we will be introducing a new squad system to the game, which will allow you to team up much easier and play with your friends.
Cool.
We're also adding a new starfighter mode focused around dogfighting with your hero ships. And looking ahead a little bit
They keep
more,
replaying this.
we
the
will
same
also
over
be
and over again.
delivering a new large-scale multiplayer sandbox experience focused around capturing command posts and attacking and taking out capital ships. But that's not
You know
all.
what it feels?
We know that you have been asking for new heroes, villains, and planets from a certain era that features a very iconic Star Wars conflict. So I'm excited to confirm that Battlefront 2 this year will be going deep into the Clone Wars.
Oh, we're going back into it. Sweet. Going right back into the Clone
It's
Wars.
only fitting that we begin on the planet Geonosis, featuring multiple levels, including the largest level we have ever built for Battlefront.
Oh, okay.
So let's talk about the heroes and villains. First, let me introduce
Oh,
the most
shit!
powerful droid, the leader of the most powerful droid army in the galaxy, General Grievous. And yes, he will be going up against my own personal favorite, Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, you McGregor.
Yeah.
Finally making his debut in Battlefront. after all
Finally
these
making his
years.
debut.
So, but we're not done. That's not it. They will not come alone. Joining them is the Dark Lord and leader of the Separatist Alliance, Count Dooku, as well as someone to bring balance to the Force, Obi-Wan's unruly Padawan, Anakin Skywalker.
They're adding Anakin?
The team at home is extremely excited to be building all of these cool things. EA and DICE
Okay,
are
let me say what I was
Battlefront.
gonna say earlier. It feels like they're like rock, paper, scissors to who's gonna present the Battlefront.
Exactly.
Thank you very much for
And he's the one who lost.
providing us with your feedback.
So I feel no enthusiasm from him right
I
the
do.
now.
greatest game that we can possibly build. There would be
It's like,
no
I hope they're gonna
Battlefront
like what I
without you.
say.
So thank
No
you.
shit.
May the force be with you, and enjoy the rest of E3. Thanks.
It's like, I hope they like what I'm gonna say. Because the way he's apologizing at the same time as... Oh!
It is Unravel 2!
Remember they announced that I think a couple of years ago
A sequel or the game?
for the sequel.
Oh no! No, no,
So my
no!
hopes pretty much were.
No!
So my hopes were pretty much on par. This was one of our hopes.
Oh. Poor little guy.
So it's like he's got to find a way back home.
Yeah, I don't know how you want to go on a boat.
See how you got on the boat.
Chris, there's a couch.
Oh no, there's
There's
a
a
couch.
couch!
Hi, it's really good to see
I'm hoping that's just a get couch for them to sit down to play the game.
In Unravel, we used yarn to symbolize love and the bonds between people. In our new game, we tear that bond up right at the
Yeah, I think
start.
it's the actual gameplay.
You lose everything, including your spark. But when things are at their darkest,
co-op,
you find hope. And you form a new bond. And your spark is rekindled. And it leads you off.
It's
on
a
an
co-op.
adventure.
They decided at the co-op.
So welcome
What people were
to
wanting.
Unravel 2.
2. Unravel 2.
Yeah.
It's a game about fresh starts and second chances.
Yeah.
These two little
Yeah,
souls
that
refuse to give up
epitomizes EA.
Yeah, at
and
this
build
point,
something
second
new
chances.
and beautiful together. And the whole game is inspired by that spirit of optimism and togetherness. You see, it's all made to be played with two characters. You can play it alone, or you can play it in co-op with a friend. But there's always two characters there,
Now, do you
sharing
ever
one
be how
yarn
Joseph First
and working
said it
together
at
to get
last
through this
year?
adventure. This game,
Oh, I got
it's
froze
quite
for a
different
sec.
from the first. It's both friendlier and more challenging, but above all, it's a lot more playful. And we think it's a worthy successor. And I want to show it to you now, so I brought some help. So please welcome Michael to the stage. He's a producer at Coldwood.
Hi, Mike.
And we're going to try to show you a little bit of what I'm talking about how you can play the game in co-op with yourself, essentially.
Awkward stare. Okay.
I was trying to set it up.
So this was prepared. There we are.
They flubbed.
That looked like it was for another game.
No, that looks like the same
So
game.
when
It's
you're
just
playing
they.
it by yourself, you can essentially pick up the other character and carry them along through the more
They become a part of it.
fast-paced segments of the game.
Oh my God, there's too
And we
many.
actually tried to
Evil Ducks!
those because we figured
Oh,
that
actually,
the
Evil
co-op
Duck!
game, we
Or-
wanted to have
what is that?
like
Bird
thrill
duck
and
thing.
danger and kind of wild moments, places that were like fun and exciting. And then when you get to the more puzzly areas like this, when you're problem solving, you can split apart into two and switch back and forth between the two characters.
Cool.
Because that's how we've essentially designed
You can
all
still
the
play by
problems and
yourself,
puzzles
you
of the
don't have
game,
that,
that
but it's
you're
like-
always working together and helping each other out and utilizing this bond between you to overcome any obstacle that you come across.
Oh, you just holding it open so you can do it.
So I guess I'll jump in with this guy. Come join me. So I'm gonna do the red one. Okay.
You get the blue one.
I'll be blue.
And then take it over.
Oh, celebratory flip there.
So when you play two players, you're already separated.
Yeah.
When playing one, you guys are together. You're molded into one.
And
so
the
you have
bird is
to
back.
use each other. Whoa!
Oh,
Playing it safe.
is that turkey? I'm trying to figure out what type of bird that is.
Whoa!
Nice. And I'll catch you.
Nice.
There you go.
Very nice.
Can I swing now? Okay, you go ahead.
That's cool. You have to use each other to swing. That's pretty cool. You have to pull
Okay,
them up.
this is the scary part. Let's see if we can.
Yeah, I gotta play the first one. I like playing these
Got
indie
it?
games.
Yeah.
So those are indie
I'll go
games.
there for you.
Yeah.
No.
Buster.
Checkpoint.
Sweet, well
Pretty
done.
much.
Oh.
Whoa! Shit.
Okay, I'll go up and distract the grouse. You can. I'll sneak up here.
Did you say grouse?
Okay, your turn.
Grouse.
Look at me.
Grouse.
Keep your moment for left. Now I'll go.
Oh, it's awesome.
Alright.
I swear to God, for a second, Blue was like, like, fuck off.
Now we can breathe again. Yeah, finally. Or can we?
So that's a quick little look at Unravel 2.
It wasn't a bad look.
It wasn't a bad look, but it was pretty cool how it's like, now they're including the co-op.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You still play by yourself,
really
but
like
it's still...
And before I go, I just want to send some love to the team back home, because working on this game has been a completely amazing team effort in so many levels, and everybody has worked so hard. So there's a bunch of us from Coldwood here, and thank you to those, and thank you to everybody back home, and thank you. Love you.
It seems like a nice guy.
This is his baby, pretty much. Something that, you know, for the first one.
Oh, I guess the full trailer.
Yeah, the full trailer. And the third one, you create a family.
No shit, that probably would be the third one.
Probably.
I love that.
Playing on your own, where it's like, guys.
Yeah.
That's cool. You're helping each other. That's cool. Sweet, right? Talk about you guys literally working as a team. That's cute.
Look at music.
I know, me too. Oh, that's cool.
Thank you, Martin, and the brilliant team at Coldwood. The game is really strong. These guys have done an amazing job, and it's clear that they have a lot of passion, and I can't personally wait to play Unravel 2 with my kids. But what's even more amazing is that we will make Unravel 2 available to everyone today. Yep, you heard that right. You'll be able to take these two Yarnies on their next big adventure starting today. The game is finished, it's out.
Whoa! Shadow drop! Oh! 2 shadow drop!
And thank you to the team at Coldwood. Back in 2015, we started on this journey with the original Unravel to seek out the most independent
originals.
developers and bring them into our
What's
EA
the next
Originals
big one they're
program.
gonna bring?
It's been our way of helping these creators bring their unique games to the world and to tell their stories. And last year, if you remember, Joseph Fares was up here on stage.
Yeah!
And the way out.
Best guy ever. You're so fucking excited.
Yeah, fuck the
And you
Oscars!
might even remember him from the Game Awards as well.
Yeah!
Anyhow.
Yeah, I love it. They brought it up. They brought it up.
It's innovative, it's fun, and it's something fresh and new, and you all loved it. We saw over 2 million players in the first 2 weeks. And the way
Wow.
out is such a huge success that Joseph and his team are expanding and moving into a new studio.
Oh, wow.
So stories like this drive our
So they're working on
and
something
why
new
we'll
by
continue
expanding into a
to
new
work with
studio.
independent developers to
In a
help them
larger
realize
team.
their dreams. Which leads us to our next EA Originals title, from a little game studio in Berlin called Joe My Games. When I met this team and I saw the game, I was instantly drawn to how personal this story was. It's one that carries a very powerful and important message, and it's unlike anything we've ever done. So please welcome Connie Kepper to the stage from Joe My Games to tell you more about Sea of Solitude.
Sea of Solitude. There it is. Solitude.
Oh, there
Thank
it
you,
is.
Patrick.
It's just a breathe.
I still remember during the pitch how enthusiastic Patrick was, and that afterwards, like our whole team, including me, were super excited. It actually feels a little bit the same right now. I'm pretty excited, maybe a little too excited.
Breathe. Shit, you're on the stage, that's why. How many viewers are watching?
We are Yumai, a small indie game studio from Berlin, and we are developing Sea of Solitude, or SOS as we call it.
Ah, I get it now.
The
SOS.
whole journey from
clever.
to actually becoming a part of EA Originals is simply amazing.
She forgot you had the originals first. Like, no, not actually EA. So we want fucking original.
When humans get too lonely, they turn into monsters. This is at the core of everything you will see, hear, and hopefully feel while playing SOS. What makes this underlying concept
Is it
so
sad
important
to say that
and
the
so
Rihanna song
unique
is
is
stuck in my
that
head now?
nearly every human being can at least somehow relate to or remember the feeling of being lonely. In my case, I started writing the story when I felt the loneliest in my life. I think as an artist, you process your emotional world by letting it out and putting it into your art. I'm still amazed how the concept seems to just float out of me right into the hand and onto the paper. I think this is also why so many people can instantly connect with the game, because it's not a made-up story, even though that it takes place in a fantastic setting. In SOS, we try to show how people experience different kinds of loneliness, but also how outsiders, friends, and families see those who struggle. We achieve all this in playful ways, so that players
trying to
who wants to simply enjoy a fantastic experience
I was
can
waiting
do
for
so.
actual gameplay.
But player who wants to
She's
look
talking
a
about the
bit
psychology
deeper
of
can
it.
Which is
reveal
fine, but I
a
like the actual
whole
gameplay.
emotional world beneath it all. Sea of Solitude is about a young woman named Kay who
There
is
we go.
suffering from such strong loneliness that her inner feeling, the darkness, the anger, the hopelessness, worthlessness, turns to the outside and she becomes a monster. The game is about finding
I
out
think it's
why this
figurative
happened
or
to
literal,
her,
I'm not sure.
but also how to turn her back into a human. Ultimately, the goal is to bring all those emotions into balance. Some needs to become bigger, some would be better off a little smaller, but to embrace even your destructive part or your self-doubt in the same way you embrace your joy or your hope. This is what being human is all about. And that's what our game is all about.
That's
Thank
okay.
you.
That's cool.
Alright. Let's show us some gameplay, please. Here we go.
Is this real?
Oh, fuck. Okay.
He's slowly turning.
That I live in is empty and cold. The loneliness cuts me and touches
Oh,
my soul.
oh, fuck that.
I'm no child of destiny, no fortune son. I've just chased you so long now, I'm too weak to run.
Oh, fuck.
A new day is here, but nothing.
I think they're talking about literal demons. So.
Alone in my room, I tremble.
That, okay, early 2019. That, wow, okay.
That one might seem more.
Seeing that makes all of that sound very perfectly clear.
Yeah.
Ah, there you go, they made it live.
But I'm not the only one. We are the one. We can shut you down and we can put you on out. Crossover. Gather. Gang.
Go over there, go over there.
Be ready. Coming at you. You got it. Squad. You got it. Say it how you want.
last year. Last year was like, you choose how you want to be popular on the street,
Yeah,
on the court.
yeah.
So it's like they're trying to continue that.
My court. And this is my squad.
September 7th. Hey, what do you think? I got.
I don't know. It's just a trailer.
My name's Shay Ticklin, aka Young Kim. I'm from Seattle, Washington. The only goal of mine is really to win the Madden Bowl.
Madden Bowl. I watch that every now and then.
Oh!
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's a big night for young kids. He's been stuck at the quarterfinals.
And here he is now with his first champion.
I hate, you know what? I hate people like that. I really do.
Throws it low. That was a phenomenal read. And Trini's got the lead. 40-19.
I hate losing way more than I
That's
love
why
winning.
he's one of those poor sports. I hate people like that, man.
What the fuck? I hate.
This guy is cocky. And he's a big sport. He hates losing. So he's a big
He
sports
literally
sport.
said. He literally said he hates losing.
He literally hates losing.
Oh, and speaking of dickweeds, he's on stage now.
Okay, baby, how you doing? I've been good. You still recovered from that butt whooping? Wow, already started. Okay. Hi, everybody. I'm Juju Smith-Schuster from the Pittsburgh Steelers. As you guys can see, king of touchdown celebrations.
Yeah, he's the king of
That's the first shot, man. 19.
Yeah.
This is young kid.
King of football, you know, touchdown celebration. He's like the Kamehameha thing. Or the, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm just.
I know.
Young kid. How has it been? You know, your success and your path, you know, to where you're at today.
You want a video game?
I've always been a competitor. When I was in high school, I was playing baseball. I hurt my arm. So then I picked up Madden, and at first I was really bad. I was getting blown out online, but I kept at it. I put more and more time into it. Eventually I made my first tournament, but I had a big decision. It was the same time as my graduation.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
So the key to be the #1 player in Madden is to hurt your arm in baseball. That's #1. #2, you said you had the decision to go to your graduation or go to the tournament. So like, what did you do?
I chased that money. I still got my diploma, but I chased that money.
Okay, still got. Okay, still got his
He's never attended graduation.
Okay, still got his education.
Okay, now the past few years, how has it been for you? I know you had some ups and downs.
Can you afford pants
It's been
now?
tough.
Because I mean, you're
I know, right?
I made the final on TV and got blown out by all those losses. It made me gain a lot of mental toughness, and that's why I got this belt.
That's awesome. That belt is so amazing. There's a lot of bling on that belt for you. Well, today EA Play, first look at the Madden 19 trailer. Super excited. It's gonna be so fun. It's lit. I honestly wish I can stay right here and talk to you guys forever.
It's lit,
I'm not
son.
gonna board you guys. We're gonna go out. I'm gonna try to take this belt. Round 2. So we're out. Have a good day.
Oh, that's when they're like, okay.
Okay, game engine footage. Game engine footage.
You've worked your whole life to get to moments like these. To the very top of the mountain. Battle through the pain. And failure.
Difficult for anybody to play online.
To this place where you've been told legends are born. You fall so you can rise. And you rise so that you can truly see. See that it was
Oh, Patriots, Seahawks.
never about reaching the end of the road at all. But about all the moments that got you
For those moments where everything changed.
The key moments. Looks like that's what their big thing is this year. Is the key
Which has always been a thing they've done. I mean,
but now they're pushing even more, like the key moments.
none of this actual gameplay footage, which has me
This
worried.
is in-game engine footage, but that's about it.
That's it? That sucks. Give me a cocky pro player prick and only show a CG trailer.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Nathanius, professional shoutcaster, here alongside Redwood Studios General Manager Michael Martinez. How you doing today?
Super excited to be here.
Yeah, we're going to do this presentation a little bit differently and give you your first look at a brand new mobile game in a live, winner-take-all, head-to-head match.
Did you just say mobile
Michael,
game?
why don't you tell us the rules?
Sure thing. The objective is straightforward. Destroy the opponent's base to win. Unit control, super simple. Tap the destination,
I just don't.
unit automatically moves there. The most efficient way to destroy the opponent's base is with this giant nuclear missile in the center of the map. Control the missile by standing on a majority of the control points. A bar fills up while the missile is possessed. Whoever controls the missile when the bar fills up will fire the missile. Takes 2 missiles to destroy the enemy's base and win. That's it.
Sounds great, Michael. Well, enough talking about it. Let's get to this match.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have an awesome matchup lined up for you here today. Fighting for the blue side of the room. If you can please give a cheer for one of the most formidable RTS players there is. Make some noise for In Control.
Boo!
Yes.
I don't care.
Raise your hand if you don't care.
His opponent, fighting
Both
for the
sides of me
red
don't
side of the
care.
room, a competitive mobile gaming phenomenon. Please join me in welcoming to the stage Nick at Night.
Nope. If we're talking about that Nickelodeon after 9 p.m. thing, yeah, but no. Why? Fucking why?
It's going to be a real clash of these gaming styles, the competitive backgrounds that these players have. It should be a great match.
Are their phones fully charged?
All right, are the players ready? Let's get this thing going.
Ready to go. I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
All right, let's kick this off. Nice little strategy game for those of you out there. It's a good genre. I'm very excited for this. The players are loading in, and we are ready to go.
Yeah, this is piss break.
The players' bases have been deployed, and the action begins like any strategy game. Economy will be the focus, but harvester to start things up. Nothing too crazy. Now the infantry is going to come out to hold that top point. Both players, of course, trying to take that position. Nick and Knight being able to reach it a little bit first in a strategy game. That flank position.
And it's frozen.
On the top side, also very important as Nick and Knight's forces have to circle around the center.
Right, let's see if he's able to create a 2-on-1. Is he able to get there? So he's get there.
So, what do you think of it so far? Not this, but
like any
so
strategy
far.
game, the units that you're going to use when you deploy them will have a huge
What do you
impact.
think
Your
they're doing this year?
micromanagement of your forces and protecting that economy as well.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. The only thing that has mildly got me interested is Unravel 2 and that new E-Gators movie. Everything else has been, is like, oh, okay. Like, even the Star Wars stuff, I'm like, oh,
It feels like it's about the same as last year, where it's like it's still on the same level, right?
like, the Clone Wars DLC is nice, but like, but it's Battlefront 2 still.
And as that economy ramps up, of course, we've seen bigger, more powerful units come out. We have there the drill pod coming in the left side to help flank those
flamethrowers. Right, absolutely. Again, those are going to tear through those infantry.
Yeah, and In Control brings out his first tank. That's going to be used to try and help push back these smaller forces as he makes his way to the south side. That missile passing.
I mean, this is great and everything for people who are actually into this. I mean, if you're into this, it's fantastic, but I mean, it's interesting how the game's set up. You know, but it's just like one of those defensive games. You know, that's all it is.
Chris, I thank you for being an optimist in this situation.
I'm trying to make something out of this because this is.
Locations is so crucial.
I mean, they're doing kind of good because they have the off screen, but they're making up for it with the actual screen on the right. You know, that's the only like positive thing so far about this.
Once again, I congratulate you for your optimism.
You know, you gotta stay positive when it comes to these things.
I'm trying to, but I just the amount of fucks I give are barely a couple for mobile games. And this is not one of those mobile games I give a fuck for.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not ashamed to admit it. I have like 3 mobile games. I have Warcraft Go, I have the Kingdom Hearts mobile game, and I have Sonic the Hedgehog on mobile. The first one. I'm not ashamed to admit that.
Is trying to get in there, but there's a great turret placement.
I'm just not a big fan of games like, oh, it's a pre-alpha mode for a game I'm never gonna play.
Another drill pod we're seeing with some play tanks.
Command and Conquer mobile game.
Amazing damage to the
Would be
infantry,
good.
helped to clean that out. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
two
Command
more
and
tanks
Conquer's a
coming
good
out
series.
from Liquid Knight to try and
Can't
secure those
complain about
positions.
that.
Brings up the laser infantry on the south side as well. Deal with that tank, going for counters, trying to scout out and see what your opponent is doing.
I bet you half the crowd would go take a piss.
I'm telling you, seriously. They went up, or they're texting, or they're making a call right now. But where are you at? I'm at the EA press conference. I'm watching that right now. And I see why you're calling me now. You know?
Control for Liquid Knight, looking to set things back the other way. Trying to rally his
What? I'm trying to balance out my notes. It's more entertaining than watching this.
all of them together, create a good flank position and take over that south.
We're seeing the first mech units from In Control. This is the Wolverine. Gonna rip at this.
Wolverines!
And Naked Knight's gonna fire that one off.
That's all I got.
Settle for next
Okay, that was
missile
kind of
is gonna
interesting.
end it.
Next missile wins. Let's see what happens.
We'll have control.
It's a, you know what's depressing? It's a small ass map. It's like, they're right there. Oh, they're gonna do this. I'm like, all I've seen is they're this close to each other. Going, no, this, let me finish. I just want to make a bad joke out of this. They're that close. And then one guy over here is going, hey, fuck you. The other guy's going, yeah, fuck you too. And that's how this battle started. Sorry, move on.
But that's the whole point of the game.
I know. I'm just.
They're trying to. Well, it's ridiculous. What it is that it's like we got something like this last year, but we preferred it last year only because they were showing off Battlefront II, the multiplayer. It was making no sense.
And that was near the end. We still have Anthem. They've already said we're going to show Anthem.
A little bit of everything, right?
And here it's like it's a mobile game.
Yeah, great.
Usually, whenever they show mobile games, usually it's a quick trailer. They talk about it real quick. And
I literally put some mobile game.
Worldwide reveal of Command and Conquer Rivals.
So it is Command and Conquer.
It is, okay, it is. That's what it is.
Reimagines the real-time strategy experience for mobile.
So you're right.
Leading players
because that's the only EA strategy game I can think of on the top of my head.
Competitive head-to-head matches that are fueled by skill and strategy.
Hopefully the match
Now,
will be
Rivals will be coming to iOS and Android devices, but I'm excited to announce that Android players can play the pre-alpha today. So head to the Google Play Store, search Command & Conquer Rivals. The studio has been having an absolute blast playing this game, and we can't wait for you to play. Please let us know what you think. Thank you.
Yeah, they're playing, laughing, like, you know how many people are gonna eat this shit up? What's this?
Oh, it's a trailer for that's what it is. The first trailer.
I still like my version of how they start the war. Fuck you! You know what? Fuck you too! That's how the fight starts.
Yeah, that's what this is.
Command and Conquer Rivals. This is the trailer for it.
So, Cobra Command against G.I. Joe.
Okay, I'm gonna be optimistic too. I guess we haven't gotten a Command and Conquer game.
That's what it is. We haven't had one. How about the sake of switching?
Okay, that's pretty cool. Too bad it's not gonna look like it in a mobile game.
It's like that when it comes to this.
Yeah, I know. I'm just shitting on it. That's the way you're really gonna be that big? I mean. Oh, I know that guy. I actually do know that guy. He's from the Command. He's one of the more prominent faces from the Command and Conquer series.
Command and Conquer for a new generation.
And we'll get all your money. Dude, if he did this while coming out, I would have not been surprised.
To be able to work with some of the most creative people on the planet who come to work every day to create amazing entertainment. And what I can say about all of those teams, and what I can say about us, is that we are always trying to learn and listen and strive to be better. And so, as you look at the 10 experiences that you're going to see today, and as you play games this week, there's some things we hope come through. First, that at the very core is choice. Is that you as players get to choose how you play, what you play,
how
where
much you
play,
have to
and what
spend to
devices
play.
you play on.
I know, right?
That in making those choices, you feel you are treated fairly. that no one is given an unfair advantage or disadvantage for how they choose to play. That for every moment that you invest, we know that you put so much of your life into the games we make, and that for every moment that you invest, you feel like you are rewarded and you are given value for that investment. And most importantly, that the games are fun, that we move past the grind, and that these are experiences that truly enhance your lives. And so, as we think through all the things that we're trying to do, know that we want to be better, and that we want to make great games. And that as much as we love making games, and as much as you love playing them, there's something that is even greater that we can do together. The power of this community when we come together to do amazing things is profound. Last weekend was the 3rd year of our Play to Give program, where we show the world how the power of play can be a positive force for social impact. Millions of you out there participated in 9 in-game challenges in our games, logging millions of hours in support of Play to Give. And to celebrate that, we contributed a total of $1 million to 3 charities that share our vision for $1 trillion.
So was that $1 million each, or just split?
And equality are not something we strive for,
trying to make
they are
moves out of this.
And where bullying and exclusion are not an everyday thread. These 3 organizations, the United Nations He for She, PACE's National Bullying Prevention Center, and Ditch the Label, an anti-bullying organization, all are doing great work, and we're proud to support them through Play to Give.
That's nice.
And thank you for your support.
Thanks every year.
I got nothing negative to say about that.
I don't, because every year it's like always like another new groups that they're supporting.
Because we love games. Thanks for being with us, and thanks for the incredible privilege of making games for all of you. Now, without further ado, let's take a look at Anthem.
Okay.
Oh, please don't tell me we're gonna get a trailer and that's it, and then that's the end of it.
Oh, game engine footage again?
God damn it.
And left our world in chaos. Creating, altering, destroying. The anthem is all that remains.
It's a city, okay.
The anthem.
There's a storm coming.
There always is.
These walls can't protect us forever.
So we became
Iron Man. Or Iron Men.
Men-ish.
Women-ish. Iron Maiden.
Something is out there. It wants to destroy us all.
So it's like this one feels like more of the story, like kind of like where the story's kind of going.
Kind of like a story CG.
Like Sean, this is what you're dealing with within the story.
Ooh, ice grenades.
Showing the different types.
Start this one. Big
Yes! Oh shit! That was cool. The song, yeah.
Thank you, Green Ninja. That's great. Let me guess, more on Microsoft.
Yeah, watch it. It's gonna say that. Watch more at the Xbox briefing.
Is that it? Oh wait, is more?
Okay, that's a lot of screen flashes, shots.
Okay, what the
like
fuck
that.
is that?
Don't say see more. Don't say that shit.
Nope. Cheers! Oh god. Oh god, she's gonna interview him.
She's got cards. Every time I see it. So I know all of you.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. That's a pretty cool little entrance going.
About Anthem since last
Oh, that's why I told you. I'm trying to listen because they're playing some kind of song in the background.
Show, and we're gonna take a deep dive into Anthem.
I always love that
So I'm gonna bring up some members of the BioWare team to chat with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome.
Chat or show gameplay?
Dara and Kathleen Rutzar.
Or both at the same time. At first I thought they were booing.
Me too.
Because the way that this, oh god, they're talking. So we realized we fucked up a Mass Effect.
We realized our B team kind of fucked up, so now we're like, fuck.
So we're trying to make up for it with Anthem.
Jump right in and get started with you. So now, we know that you all started, or Casey, you started your career at BioWare way back in the day. Then you took a couple years off, but before you came back, you actually worked on Anthem before you left.
Yeah, that's right. So, you know, first of all, it's amazing to be back. It's awesome to be making games for BioWare fans. You know, we have the best fans.
Isn't it weird? You kind of looks like a foreign version of
Super satisfying to come back to it, and you know, I was just
Andrew
want to
Wilson.
continue the legacy of the studio, and that's kind of where it started.
Oh God! They did it again!
What is the evolution of a BioWare game?
We're working on it. We don't have much to show, but we're working on it.
We're showing you what we've been doing.
Story and character.
Here's what we've
we
been
also wanted to
doing.
do something that was, you know, more of a dynamic and
This
moving
is
world.
pretty cool.
A game that would change every time you came back and played it. We also wanted to do something where, you know, if you wanted to invite your friends into it, then you could do that as well. So that was really the initial vision of the game, not an MMO, not a multiplayer game with stories sort of bolted on the side, but something new and
that was a
different.
jab
I
at
think
Destiny.
the team has really captured that vision over the years.
Your fans really love the stories from BioWare, but I think we're kind of curious how you're planning to make the story work in this shared world.
Compared to that shit from Andromeda.
I know, right? I mean, I still want to play it and everything, but still.
Choices you get to make, and feeling like the story's about you. In a lot of multiplayer games, those things get diluted because you're mixing multiplayer and storytelling into the same areas. Now you could build a solution to that, but you have to really build it into the core of the game. And that's what we've tried to do with Anthem. It's what we call our world, my story.
So it's a multiplayer. What they're trying to say is it's a multiplayer. It's a cooperative story mode.
That's what it is, but it's still adding the multiplayer concept to it.
Yes, that's what they're saying.
They're not trying to make it like Division or Destiny 2. They're trying to create their own thing. That's what they're trying to do.
That's why the guy is trying to reiterate that. It's not some multiplayer thing where it's storytelling or side.
Everyone that's playing
It's like this is a key story, but
they repeated that shot.
And this is what we mean when we talk about
it just restarted itself.
It's a shared world that we all experience together. But then when I finish my mission, I come back to a base like Fort Tarsus. And this is a single player experience. I turn in my rewards, I talk to some characters, I experience the choices of my actions.
Pretty cool.
And this is where your story really lives and breathes.
So it's a
And
co-op.
by doing it this way, we're able to combine that impact and agency of a single-player story with the fun of teaming up with your friends to play co-op in combat.
And we're also
It sounds like Destiny, but they're trying to also say it's not Destiny.
So one of the first things that
They're
we
trying to
hear
do something
when,
different from the
our
others.
community is they want to continue to play in our worlds. When they finished Mass Effect or Dragon Age,
So
players
it's one
want
long,
more story.
drawn-out
And so we've
story.
designed Anthem in a way that we can actually add
And they
more
easily
story
add
for
more
years
story
to
to
come.
it.
And it could be anything.
Oh.
A new moment with
You're
a
saying
character
the way
that
we have
love,
it shaped, we
or,
could add more in the future.
Yeah, like I just said.
Yeah.
They can add more to the
Or
story.
an entirely new storyline and plot.
Well, I'm certainly not going to complain about more story. I don't think anybody out there is going to either. So Kathleen, I wanted to ask you, from a writing perspective, since you are the lead writer, can you speak to what it's like to create a new world like Anthem from the beginning?
Well, what's really exciting for us, and not just the writers, but all of the devs, the designers, the artists, is that we're creating something new and mysterious for players to discover. So at the heart of the premise of Anthem is a world left
The potential of other going
unfinished
to
by
other
the
planets
gods.
from the looks of it.
But the gods left behind their massive tools, and those tools are in constant conflict with this unknowable force called the Anthem of Creation. And the chaos of those things pushing against each other means that the world is constantly being
So post God of War
new and unpredictable ways.
3.
Yeah, violent storms, mutated creatures, gigantic monsters.
Yeah, but post God of War 3 style story where essentially
to be safe in.
Now, something I
After
think
they
a lot of
suppose the
players out
gods
there
left
maybe
is what they left
don't
behind.
stop to think about is just how much work goes into creating a new intellectual property or IP, as we've been saying. Now, we've seen all these different creatures, and Mark, you mentioned the storms. What's the process of creating a game like from scratch?
Yeah, it's something we've done a few times at BioWare. And then really the hardest part is getting started, just kind of getting off the blank page. So what we try to do is we think about the new experiences that we're trying to unlock for players.
So like, what is the fantasy?
It's really, it looks like they fused Ed Boon and a foreign guy
They're
together.
different from what you've played before. So that's where we start, and then once we think about those things, you know, that's the power of creating new IP, especially for games, is that you actually get
That's
to
one thing I don't like about
build a
interviews like
whole
this.
fictional universe
It's
that's
like they're
meant to
interviewing
bring out a certain
themselves.
experience. And then once we do that, then we kind of
BioWare is owned by EA.
what unlocks us creatively.
And they keep starting to show
Same fucking shots we've already seen.
It's, you know, I understand maybe they show some gameplay and somebody's playing it as they're talking. That would be cool. But that's, you know, but it's like here you're showing.
And one of the
This is what we have so far. This is what you can expect, and that's it.
It's a world, an experience that's meant to feel alive, like it's happening right now. And so the world is always changing.
And showing shots you've already
weather,
seen.
The storms, seasons.
I think they downgraded.
Is it sad that I think last year's was better?
Like I said, this year they were downgraded to me.
Like, I really didn't care for any of the Battlefront 2 stuff. I really didn't. I tried. It was like, oh, cool Clone Wars stuff, but this is still Battlefront 2.
I mean, all of
cool solo stuff, but this is still Battlefront 2.
sounds really cool the way that they're
I'm not saying Battlefront 2
together.
is bad. It's still pretty good. It's just with all the shit that went down with a lot of stuff, it's like.
So let's talk about who we're going to be playing as and why we're fighting these crazy bees.
So you are a freelancer, uniquely skilled to pilot these Javelin exosuits. And you need those suits to survive and fight in this world because the world will kill you. But on top of that, our ancient rivals, the Dominion, have they discovered a way they think to weaponize the Anthem of creation, and so we need to stop them and protect the free people of Tarsus.
Now, I've heard you call this power armor a couple different things. Is it a suit? Is it a javelin? Like, what's the canon term here?
We call them javelins, and there are 4, and they each have unique abilities. There's the Ranger, and then there's the Colossus, the Interceptor, and finally the Storm.
Yeah, so
more like
the Wizard.
The Wizard.
The Wizard. That's the Wizard.
But the thing to remember
That's
is,
the
like
Wizard.
I said, you're not your suit. You are
I think the Ranger is more of like
you
a
can decide
which
suit you
well
want
balanced.
to use
It's the standard well balanced.
Well balanced
engage it, or the javelins that your friends are using. So really, what this allows us to do is we built the suits to look like they're built from the materials of the world.
So Wizard is on our far right.
Let's take a look at the Ranger now.
Hey, look, gameplay!
Personalized suit, able to do a lot of different things. Really designed for up close and personal combat, one-on-one for the most part.
Basic combat.
The Colossus is heavier, more specialized, but able to really pack in big weapons that let them down.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
The heavy weapons.
That's pretty cool.
I'm just going to say the Storm looks like it's going to be my favorite. I'm sure you guys
The
have
Storm,
kicking
because
your
that's
face
like
right now, too.
the Wizard.
The Wizard.
The Javelins look awesome.
Or a Wizard,
An Interceptor sounds like it's more of like a fast-paced one.
Asking
Or
for
they can move quickly.
people out there to send us your questions. And the first one is going to be from It's Sweet Nicole, who asks, as a player who is all about making their character their own, what kind of customization options will be
That is the
available in Anthem?
weakest question you could ask.
Players to express themselves both through
Ooh, is there going to be
customizing
color
the way
customization?
play.
It's like it's like asking, ooh, can I shoot a gun?
The way that it looks.
It's like one of those.
As well as changing the action.
Oh, you saw that, right? That was N7 armor. That was N7 armor. Sorry, what we were saying.
And you know people are gonna they're gonna have eventually at some point something for Iron Man as well. You know.
Has a question connected to customization, monetization. How,
when, loot box. That's a question.
Yeah, so we are going to have some cosmetic and vanity items that you'll be able to purchase, but you're always going to know what you're going to buy before you spend any money.
Loot boxes.
So no loot boxes, no ability to pay for power.
Take a shot!
No ability to spend money on gameplay advantage at all within Anthem. But even more important than that, we want to make sure that Anthem is an immersive experience.
So it's like you're gonna know what you're gonna buy when you buy it. No
so that means the main story.
So you're pretty much going to the store and just buying what you want to buy.
Provides new content for a long period of time, new story, new experiences for everyone.
Well, I'm glad to hear that I can make my javelin pink. That's really all I wanted to know, I'm going to be honest. All right, Casey. We talked
this is
earlier
what
about
E3 is all about.
We needed a host next year for EA.
It really is about, you know, the fun of teaming up as a team of superheroes and working together. So
like Avengers,
Iron Man.
of different classes.
Like Avengers,
like Avengers, but you're all Iron Man.
Colossus.
That's all it is.
And one of you has a Hulkbuster armor.
Yeah, that's it.
Look at that. So heavy artillery.
I love they're actually showing gameplay.
I'm getting it again, but yeah.
That's not the same. No, it's not the same gameplay.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay, wait. Let me see. No, that's new gameplay. Look at that. They don't show anything going around.
You're swimming and flying as well.
So it's interesting because at the Slate Tones wants
I
to
think
know,
fans of
how will
Warframe are
balance
gonna love this game.
multiplayer with single-player storytelling.
So Anthem's really built around trying to combine the impact of
That's
having
another.
your own
That's a
personal
solid another
story
good question.
with the fun of playing with other players.
First
but we
one still
really
is
want
like,
to make
no
sure
shit.
that that playing with other people feels like a choice. So for people that want to just experience the story, you're going to be able to do that. Now going out into an open world like this by yourself is going to be a little bit more challenging than.
Looks like the story aspects are being first person, while the actual outside the city is going to be third person.
Yeah.
So I really hope
Since you're playing this new character, you don't really see their face.
Okay, that's good to know.
But you
want
can
to
see
roll
your, like,
solo,
your
you
friends.
can, but it's just going to be a little bit more difficult. Well, I know you all are on the edges of your seats.
No, we're not.
How about we show a little gameplay?
You've been showing gameplay for the last 3 minutes.
Kathy, I think you're going to set this up for us?
I will. So,
Probably how they're gonna wrap it up.
you and your friends have decided to play a mission called Scars and Villainy. The Scars have put together...
The one
an
you've been
acid-based
showing
weapon.
us?
You gotta take them out. So, you start in the Strider, which is like a giant walker, and it's your
Strider.
forward-based
Take a
operation.
shot.
You have a conversation with your crew, Halleck, Faye, and Owen, and you'll hear Owen. He's going to talk us through the mission as we experience it here. And yeah, then you just get into your javelin suit and you head out with your friends.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mark, Casey, Kathleen, for talking to me about Anthem today. We're going to go ahead and roll the gameplay now. Enjoy, everybody.
Okay, finally.
Yeah, all right. So we're showing the wrong thing. We're showing Star Wars right now. This is a new Walkers.
Time to get to work. They said these bastards made some kind of acid and using it as a weapon. So, find where they're making this garbage and shut it all down.
That's still pretty cool how they do that.
Yes. Wait, that answer my question. If you have more tools of the classes in the group.
Come on, Iron Man can move faster than that shit.
Yeah, it's probably an early build of that armor.
I know.
What's the plan here?
Picking up loads of scars nearby. Take a look around the area, but be careful.
He looks friendly. Let's give him a hug.
Points, points, points.
Points, points, points.
Points, 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 points.
Where'd you get that?
I don't know, I just came up with it right under the spot.
Points, points, points.
Points, 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 because it keeps popping up.
Scar camp some more.
Look at all the weapons. Oh, and the turrets. Better move quickly.
Definitely have the Iron Man music playing in my head.
For now, as of right now, the big.
Oh, damn! Fuck! Okay. Oh, go underwater now. That's really cool. That's how smooth a transition is.
Yeah, it's not like you have to load up just to go underwater. Oh, he's holding up a shield.
Yeah, he is.
That's cool. All I'm hearing is victorious now at this point.
There's
I'm hearing that other song from the
Wait, something's odd. Get a closer look, would you?
Sure, let's
See
touch
those
the.
radiant pieces of energy? They're echoes from the Anthem of Creation. Loads of scars nearby. Be careful.
Thank you, nice British man. Woo, flamethrower, nice.
Hiya!
Sorry. It's okay. I gotta admit, the weapons are really boss.
the yeah.
Combo! Points.
You've got to silence it fast.
I don't know which class I would choose. Normally, like in Destiny, I did choose like the wizard type guy.
I thought we were just calling him the wizard. Oh, that's not. Oh, that's not good. Is that good?
Silence. Disaster reverses.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Wait, something's happening.
Did we get a bonus or something? Oh, wait a minute, it's a fatality.
What the hell was that?
I think that was whatever laid all the eggs around here. The sound came from below your
Let's
position.
go kill the mama.
So it's a good thing, but the same
On the
bad.
plus side, this definitely counts toward hazard pay. There's a trail of this acid gunk leading down.
Like how you
Follow
could
it.
run
We
pretty
should
much,
find
like
the
boost
source.
run.
I wonder if there's a mission where you have to complete the trophy where you have to complete it without
flying
at all.
I doubt it. It looks like everywhere you have to go to, you literally have to kind of fly.
Oh, superhero landing.
Superhero landing!
That's nothing. Oh God. What's
that? I don't know. Some giant thing that looks like it looks like something that is hanging.
Ah, they're gonna probably save that for Microsoft.
Yeah, well, wait for it.
2019.
And then see the rest at E3. Right.
2019.
I'm so hyped, you guys.
Yep, and that was actually just a short version of the full demo that we brought here to LA. So if you want to come by the Anthem Theater here at EA Play, you can check out the game live.
So I'm sure the question on everyone's minds, when do we get to play?
2019.
So Anthem comes out February 22nd on Xbox One, PlayStation 4.
What?
Days Gone!
It's going up against Days Gone.
I will see you guys there.
Oh my God! Sony is just looking at that going, fuck!
I also want to give a big thank you to all of the developers who showcased their games today.
Oh my God! Dude!
Now, some of what you saw today, you guys have to wait to play. But you guys, EA has so much available right now.
That's
now,
great.
for those of you keeping score, you can get your free trial of FIFA 18's World Cup today.
Okay, that's
And
nice.
Andrew told us about the free trial of Origin Access. Yarny is back with a buddy in Unravel 2, which is
Especially a
also
full-on
available today.
shadow drop out of nowhere.
Plus, you can take on your friends in Command & Conquer Rivals starting today as well. Now, not available stuff that's out today. Is anybody ready to go home and download anything? No? You're like, I just want to go outside to the fan fest. I get it.
No, it's
So,
raining.
I want to let you guys know that the stream's going because in just a few moments, the FIFA 18 World Cup live tournament is going to
this
begin.
is where it's
I'm
ending.
going to head outside and check
Sorry,
out
they
the
did that
games,
last year
but
with the
I want
whole-
to thank everybody
with,
for coming
Battlefront.
out
That's
today
it.
and watching the press conference.
They led right
and
into
have a
it.
great weekend.
So an hour and 18 minutes.
Yeah, it's ending, wrapping it up.
So about,
I'm surprised they didn't show Madden. I mean, gameplay Madden.
Or even announce that, like a sequel to Long Shot.
Or a release date, because it's usually August release date and they didn't say anything. Honestly, see us all too. I'm very intrigued by it. Anthem, look, I had nothing wrong with Anthem.
It's just the
the way they presented it is why I didn't like. The game looks fucking great. It really does.
And it sounds interesting. Honestly, it sounds interesting. The new concept they're trying to do with it.
We'll talk more in the post. So
go over.
So,
All right.
So that was EA's press conference. God, that felt like a slog.
Last year, I have to admit,
Felt better.
It felt better than this year, to be honest.
So at the beginning, we got some random 3D effect Anthem thing, which
I was hoping was gonna lead right into Anthem, but it was like, no, we're gonna start off randomly like that.
then, as everybody expected, Battlefield 5 got to talk about their multiplayer.
Yeah, they got to talk about that. Announce the Royale that's what they're calling it. But it's like, I'm guessing since Call of Duty announced it, it's like they're just now working on it. So that's why they're like, we're not gonna have anything until later this year.
Well, here's what I didn't like about the single player thing was that not single player, the whole environment thing. Oh, we're gonna destroy his whole house, and they're like, so you're going,
They show this every year.
Red Faction has done that like 3 or 4 times already.
And they
You're not showing anything new.
It's like, and we've seen it before. Where it's like in a lot of other press conferences when they've done it, where it's like you can destroy this or that. It's like we did it.
I'm assuming Ground Ops is multiplayer. Not multiplayer, obviously, like a co-op mode or something like that.
Ground Ops. I'm not too sure. I don't know if it's a co-op or just one of those exclusive stories that eventually you can get.
Then they tease, which is going to be shown on Microsoft, the Norless
War Story. So
which I guess is one of the pieces of the single player campaign.
Yeah, so they're probably going to show. They said they're going to show more. Was on Microsoft tomorrow.
Then there's FIFA. We'll go through this quickly.
Yeah, for FIFA they just went into them officially bringing in the
UEFA Club Career Mode.
Yeah, they're bringing the trophy matches into it because they never had it in there before.
They're doing Ultimate Team, which we've already talked about Ultimate Team. Which is the closest they're going to get to loot boxes in this thing.
Yeah, at this point.
There's going to be they shadow dropped a FIFA 18 for the
trial
weekend.
version for the World Cup. For those who want to try a little bit of the World Cup, pretty much. So.
Apparently, they announced their EA streaming service, which I guess is called Origin Access Premier.
Yeah, and they said they haven't. They're still working on. I think they're still working out the kinks and the deals that are going on with it.
Yeah.
But they said they will reveal more later this year. That's what they stated. So we'll get more
later
of
this
that.
summer. It said later this summer, but then
later this summer. Yeah, it said later this year. So we'll find out when that time comes.
Oh, with that, they also announced that for the first time in a decade, Madden 19 will be coming
back to the PC because it's been only to the consoles for that long period of time.
Then what I got was next up we got the stupidest thing, which was one of 2 that did this, which is we're not gonna. It starts out. No wait. No, this was the only thing technically. We're working on something. We can't really show you, but we're working on something. And that's when they talked to Vince Zabella from Respawn and confirmed.
He could have easily done that in an interview post show, you know.
And they confirmed a couple things. First off, their game's gonna be called Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah.
It will take. This is what I didn't like, because the lady didn't get
to be honest, I didn't like the hostess.
As soon as she said, yeah, it takes place during a time where the Jedi were on the run, I'm like,
so
I'm sitting there thinking, okay, episodes
3 and 4. And then she asked a stupid question, so in the time period, where does this take place? Between 3 and 4.
You should have got that one. If you're really truly hyped for Star Wars, you would probably know that.
You'd be sitting there going, duh!
And they did confirm that A, it'll be at E3 next year with the game, and B, it has a current release year of 2019.
Well, they confirmed that it was the release date.
No, they confirmed the release year, but then he also kind of teased that we'll possibly be here next year. So
next year, so I mean that's why I had stated in in a reaction pretty much. I stated how that means it's gonna be a fall release. It's gonna be either a late summer or fall release or something like that, or a holiday release next year. So they're gonna definitely be at E3 presenting it.
Okay, then we got Battlefront 2, which, Battlefront 2. They announced a new squad mode, a new starfighter mode, which I guess is more of a death match with the ships and stuff.
Yeah, that one. What annoyed me about that is they kept replaying the same goddamn footage.
This is where it started, was when they were replaying.
They started replaying
with the Ewoks and then the solo DLC.
It was just like, you know what it was, that I guess whoever did the rock, paper, scissors to go out there, they didn't really rehearse of when they're talking, this is the next thing we're going to be talking about. It's like they didn't have enough footage to make it through that length to the next segment. So it's like they were going to repeat it, and it was just annoying.
Yeah, so
oh my god, it was annoying.
They unveiled that there will be Clone Wars DLC. There will be a new large map that takes place.
One of their largest they've ever built for Battlefront.
And they confirmed new characters including General Grievous, Obi-Wan, Count Dooku, and Anakin.
Young Anakin, pretty much. So it's pretty interesting.
It's gonna be Hayden Christensen.
Yeah,
they unveiled that. Then the guy, honestly, the way the guy was talking, it felt like he lost a contest or something to go present Battlefront 2.
Because he was afraid. Because at the same time, it's like they were apologizing, but at the same time, they didn't apologize. So it's like, in a way, this is how they were trying to make it up for we fucked up.
Then we got a couple of things which I was happy about.
Was on our hope list, pretty much.
So, Unravel 2 was officially unveiled.
Yeah.
It will be a co-op experience. You can play online. I can't confirm if they play online, but they did for it is 2-player co-op.
Yeah,
or you can play single player, and it's a cute thing where you have you on your back.
It was really cool.
It's adorable.
Now you can play single player, and you're molded with it when you're playing single player. But with co-op, it's like you got 2 separate entities, and the way you were spraying, and then they just did that huge fucking. Hey, guess what? It's out now. The full game. They did a full-on shadow drop.
The guy didn't even do it well. He's like, oh yeah, it's all available. It's like
it's also available.
Full game, everything available right now. That's how the guy said it. It's
he said it nonchalant, pretty much. He was just like, it's out by the way.
You know how I went down like, and guess what, guys? This game, I know you love this game, but it's out right now. The full game is available right now. That's how you say it. But the guy's like,
and they say, oh, by the way, it's also available.
Then we got their actual EA original game.
Because last year we had No Way Out.
A Way Out, pretty much. Which I love how they brought up the whole Game Awards.
Well, yeah, you remember him, right? He, from the Game Awards, stuff like that. But which I'm happy for them because since they got a bigger studio, and it sounds like they're already working on the next
I can't wait to see what they're working on next.
but
we got from Joe May Games, Sea of Solitude.
Yeah.
It looks like a indie style adventure game where you're playing a girl who's literally battling her inner demons.
Yeah, that's.
Visually it looks amazing. The way she described it as, do you remember how she described it exactly? Because she talked a lot.
Yeah, because she talked a lot about the psychology of it.
The psychology of it, dealing with it, how it kind of relates to a time she went through.
That we all probably go through it in our lives.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was a lot of talking, and it was just like, okay, can you get to it? Because the other guy, he did talk a lot last year, but he made it sound so fucking like, he was like deep into it.
Okay, then we got NBA, early 2019 release, so if it's anything like when A Way Out comes out, I think it's going to be March.
Probably going to be in March. And then we dived into
NBA Live 19,
which was just a trailer.
I guess they're expanding the multiplayer, that's what it kind of hints at, they're expanding
probably expanding a little bit more of what they introduced last year, a little bit more.
It's less like, I'm number one and we are number one.
And for their EA Sports, it's like the only one they really had to dive into, of course, was FIFA. Pretty much, that was the only one they had to dive into.
Honestly, you and me agree. That would make sense if the most they dived into was for FIFA.
Because of World Cup, but I was hoping for at least for Madden or even NBA.
Well, speaking of Madden, they did show a CG trailer.
Or in-game footage trailer, that's what they call it.
Yeah, a game engine footage trailer for Madden 19. I guess.
It's like they're trying to.
They're expanding their moments thing. They had all the other
key moments or something like that. That's what they expand on. I think usually we get some type of gameplay or a release date or hey, this is the newest thing we're doing. It's like no, this is expected to be coming. But that's it. Nothing.
No release date. We assume since it's
always in August. They always do it in
August
because that's usually when the NFL season kicks in, pretty much.
Then next up, I realized they already said the Command & Conquer Rivals, but we missed it because we were pissed off with the mobile game. But they did that.
But they did it in a way.
I guess strategy game players play
mobile, and it was just. They were trying to make something out of it, and it just, to me, it has dragged a little bit. I'm like, a lot of us, it's like, yes, we get it. We love our mobile games, but it's like you don't have to have it to where they're competing. You can show trailers like Bethesda or something like that. They talk about it, but they don't like really show them competing. They show like a trailer or something like that. But no, they had to literally show them competing. It's just like, oh God, no, just no. And then they showed the actual trailer for the game after, which was pretty awesome. And then after that, that's when they ended it pretty much with them, talking, but they talked more into Anthem.
Well, okay, here's where we have a problem with Anthem. All the footage, all the concept art, the trailer it showed was really good. I really enjoyed it. What I didn't like is that they did the repeating footage again. They just showed concept art while we were talking about what we already know of the game, except for a couple of things, which is like, for one thing, they want to reassure fans it's not Destiny, where it's just a tacked-on story.
It's not Destiny, or something you get, or the new thing for Destiny for The Division, those type of games. And
They want to reiterate that this is a full-on story mode. If you're playing with all your friends constantly, it's still a story mode. If
Yeah, it's a story mode,
it's still a story.
but they encourage the co-op pretty much. They encourage you to use it.
And they even tease that, considering how expansive this world is, there's always the future for story DLC. And we got the story too, which is essentially, it's in the future. I guess in the future. Or
They said it's in the distant future, and their supposed gods have left, but they left all this, like, in a way, they said it like this, they're like, they left all their equipment, their large equipment, and that's what they used to build up.
What was it called? The Anthem of Excellence or something like that?
I think so.
Or something like they have that. There's a warring faction with the good guys who are trying to use that Anthem thing to create a massive weapon.
Yeah, and then they talked about pretty much just like in other games, pretty much they do have different classes. You have the Ranger, you got the Colossus, you have the Interceptor, and then you have what we like to call the Wizard class.
Yeah, the gameplay, they showed the gameplay trailer, actual gameplay walkthrough.
Yeah,
which I liked. It was
cool.
It was very Warframe meets Anthem, well not Anthem, Warframe meets Destiny. Like,
I think that's what they're trying to do, is that they like the success of what Warframe's been doing lately. That they're like, let's do something similar, but let's expand on it. That's what they're trying to do.
Something else I got from it. Well, let's see, what else?
And they did give it a release date, which was shocker. Pretty much, it's being released the same time as Days Gone is being released.
I wonder if Sony realizes that.
I want to know if they're gonna change it up all of a sudden out of like the blue. It's like, no, we're changing it to a week later or a week before or something. You know, where it's just like, oh my goodness.
Well, okay, here's best place thing to put as Anthem. It's just it was. Except for the talking parts, everything else was really good.
Everything was solid,
yeah. So, EA overall, just, it was bogged down by so much stuff. Like, we're going to do a streaming subscription service.
Yeah.
Great, give us, more money issues. That's what you really want.
Yeah.
Battlefront 2 stuff, which nobody saw. I didn't see coming.
Yeah, me too. I wasn't expecting that for Battlefront.
And I told you prior, is the only two big things that got, three, I will admit, three things that got me excited were Unravel 2, Sea of Solitude, and Anthem. And that was it. Everything else was like either meh or, oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. And
no, those are the only three things that really got me.
And overall, yeah, for that wise, but overall for this conference, the only person that really bothered the fuck out of me is just the host. I understand what they were trying to do, but it's like you said, there was moments where it's just like, oh god, no.
I agree, but then that's what makes E3 so great is that the hokiness. When the hokiness.
They try to add the hokiness, but it's like sometimes it works, but sometimes it's like, no, you're not hitting it.
Okay, so
you know, so I mean, because there were some times when she was just like, it was real cool what she did, but there are times when it's just like that Star Wars moment where it's just like, why ask that stupid dumb question?
Overall, every other press conference we're going to see this weekend, the bar's actually pretty low, so have fun.
Yeah, and after watching this, I'm not, to be honest, I'm not going to be expecting much from the other ones.
Yeah, so
just the way they brought it, because last year was actually, it was kind of hard to choose from, because last year there was a few good ones. There was actually a few ones, but because even EA started off really good. EA was doing pretty decently well, you know, but it's like this year, they're not starting off really good. EA took a step back in this one, pretty much. They didn't move forward from last year. It seems like they took a step back from last year.
Yeah, so...
and I'm just...
yeah, so we prefer last year's overall, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, exactly.
So, other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk some more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us a little bit more than anybody else who comes to talk about E3, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon as well.
Let us know pretty much what you guys enjoyed about this EA press conference. What was the most exciting part, or did you see it differently where you thought, you know, they actually did a really better job last year? I mean, you could probably explain to us down below. Maybe you could convince us. I doubt it. Maybe you could convince us why this one did better than last year. Out of all the games, which one are you most anticipated for? Whether it's Anthem, whether it's Sea of Solitude, Battlefield 5, Battlefield 5, or even the new stuff coming to Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
You know, let us know in the comments below. We got to hear your guys' reaction and discuss it even with you guys pretty much, because sometimes your guys' comments are really interesting and we like to comment back pretty much to them on maybe why we thought this or thought that, or maybe if we missed something and you noticed it, and you can jot that down below. But let us know what you guys thought of our reaction overall. But most importantly, thank you for watching.
So, of course, on the next one, if you're going in order,
Yes.
if you're not, that's fine. On the next one, we will be tackling the, was it Bethesda, right?
But it's, tomorrow night is Bethesda, and then right after Bethesda is, not right afterwards, but it's Bethesda and then Microsoft.
Yes, so, and just a reminder that for those two, we will be joined by Stellar Nan, a friend of ours named Nancy.
Yes.
She will be joining us for those. So we will have you having our first special guest for these E3 press conference coverages, starting with Bethesda.
With Bethesda, pretty much. And then Monday we'll have
Richard from Norichi with us once again.
I won't be here for the let those people know, I won't be here for the Square Enix, but at least you'll have somebody to collab with, pretty much, to watch the Square Enix one. And then I'll be here on that Monday, pretty much, for the Ubisoft and for the Sony, the big one, pretty much. For me personally, it's the big one, besides Microsoft. But for me, that one. But yeah, I mean, can't wait to see you guys on our next one for Bethesda in the next round.
So until next time, I'm Chris.
I'm Christopher.
And that was a very EA-filled episode of SRB TV.
See you
later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out our previous reactions,
as well as our other shows,
click the playlist down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
you can check us out on Twitter,
as well as Stardust,
@SuperReactBros.